Good evening, and welcome to CHCI's second annual pitch competition. My name is Marco Davis, and I am the President and CEO of the Congressional Hispanic Caucus Institute. I'd like to first acknowledge the tremendous support we've received from our pitch competition sponsors, especially Constellation Brands and State Farm, for their continued support, understanding, and recognition of the importance and value of empowering people of color-led ventures through competitions like these. While tonight's event is a celebration of the Latino grit and determined spirit, we must also take a moment to reflect on and recognize the loss of life, the hundreds of businesses that have permanently closed across the country, and the thousands of jobs that have disappeared due to the COVID-19 global crisis. The pandemic has hit Latinos across the nation disproportionately, not only in the number of COVID cases and deaths, but also with job losses. Latino small businesses were hit hard, especially with many of them unable to access Paycheck Protection Program funding at the same rate as other business owners. Unemployment was higher among Latino workers than U.S. workers overall. In some cases, Latinos were able to keep their jobs, but pay cuts resulted in families being unable to pay bills and buy groceries. Latina women have also seen disproportionate economic impacts, with Latina women alone accounting for 45% of job loss. Despite these setbacks and challenges, Latino communities continue to harness the power of urgency to meet the needs of our communities across the country, however they could. Leaders of all ages are persevering and transforming the essence of our neighborhoods and business ecosystems to build solutions that address the most pressing issues we are facing. Because of this, the pitch competition this year focused on searching for leaders in our communities that have focused their efforts on uplifting the community, for example, through civic engagement. It is no surprise that due to current hardships, the structural support systems in our communities are struggling, doing everything they can to keep up. And our young changemakers continue to challenge and shift old paradigms and ways of thinking, while also simultaneously attempting to solve our country's toughest issues through innovation and creative approaches. This pitch competition is about highlighting those on the ground from the private sector, the nonprofit realm, and inspired and motivated young people who are doing the sometimes messy, difficult, yet necessary work to create economic opportunity with mission and purpose for themselves and their community. Championing, investing, and advocating for the ideas of people of color in today's economy is so important, and creating opportunities like these for Latino-inspired ideas to get the recognition they deserve and monetary funding they need in order to scale and thrive and support their creative ventures is critical. Thank you for joining us on this journey and for participating in this program within our annual leadership conference during Hispanic Heritage Month. This year we received almost 200 applications for the competition, and we are so thrilled to show you the pitch competition winners for this year. I want to thank every one of the reviewers and also our panel of judges for offering their invaluable insights, comments, and questions to each applicant for helping us select our winners. Our distinguished panel of judges have selected one winner from each category, who will each receive $5,000, useful resources, and access to mentors for their project. So without further ado, I want to invite Gabriel Arteaga, this year's CHCI Pitch Competition Coordinator, to explain the pitch process and judging rules, introduce our pitch competition judges, and what you've all been waiting for, our winning contestants. Welcome, Gabe.
Thank you, Marco. Back in July, in preparation for this exciting night, we began collecting and reviewing applications from applicants from all over the country. And we had the most we have received to date, at almost 200 applications. Participants had an opportunity to compete in one of three categories: entrepreneurship, nonprofit, and young changemaker. The entrepreneurship track was open to any Latino entrepreneur, Latino-led small business, for example, a restaurant, a retailer, a mom-and-pop shop, that has a business model to help address social entrepreneurship or civic engagement efforts for the Latino community in order to sustain or grow their company venture or disrupt the industry. The nonprofit track was open to any nonprofit organization. It could be an incubator, workforce development, reentry initiatives, or any 501c3 organization that provide services and offerings to help address a social entrepreneurship or civic engagement need for the Latino community. The last category was the Young Changemakers track, was set for anyone from the age of 16 to 30 with an innovative idea for a social business venture or a compelling school or community project that supports social entrepreneurship or civic engagement for Latinos. We have compiled those applications, and after careful consideration, going through a rigorous process, our group of reviewers and judges have selected our winners that we are going to hear from tonight. Feel free to cheer with them on in support of their winning pitches on social media to give them added visibility and recognition, and don't forget to use our hashtag CHCIHHM21. I would now like to introduce tonight's panel of judges. We have, for the entrepreneurship track, Jorge A. Lopez, Senior Environmental Health and Safety Manager, Constellation Brands, Inc. Marcos Gonzalez, Founder and Managing Partner, Vamos Ventures. And Nancy Santiago, Co-Founder of Power Up Fund, HIP Senior Advisor, and Eureka Community Impact Lead for Hispanics in Philanthropy. And a special thanks to Maria Salamanca, Partner, Unshackled Ventures. For the nonprofit track, we had Lexi Terrero, Managing Partner, The Flow Lab. Zoraima Diaz Pineda, Director of Policy, CDCB. And again, Nancy Santiago, Co-Founder of Power Up Fund, HIP Senior Advisor, and Eureka Community Impact Lead, Hispanics in Philanthropy. And finally, for the Young Changemakers track, Arnoldo Avalos, Co-Founder and Chief Executive Officer, Avalos Foundation. Steph Niapari, Partnerships Director, World Voices Media, Hispanic Communications Network. And Edgar E. Avalos Jr., Global Social Impact for the Starbucks Foundation. Thank you to our judges for their time, invaluable feedback to our contestants, and their tireless efforts to invest in Latino entrepreneurs, nonprofits, and young changemakers alike. Thank you once more to our sponsors for their support and investment, Constellation Brands, Inc. and State Farm. And one more round, please, of applause to everyone who submitted their applications this year. We are so deeply proud of you for your projects and the work that you're doing in our communities. I look forward to sharing with you the following winning pitches for each category. Some of you may have friends or family pitching tonight. Please enjoy each pitch and send your congratulations to them personally. And now, the moment you have all been waiting for. We'll start with the entrepreneurship track first, then the nonprofit track, and finally, we'll end with our Young Changemaker winner. Judges, please take it away.
Hey, everybody. My name is Jorge Lopez. I'm a senior environmental health and safety professional with Constellation Brands, specifically with our wine and spirits division. I'm super excited to be part of this pitch competition and be able to participate with all you future Latinx leaders and all your ideas. I'm truly looking forward to seeing how we can work together to inspire positive social, economic, and political change in our communities and in society and overall in our world. I appreciate the opportunity to be here and to be able to support CHCI.
Hello, everyone. I am Nancy Santiago, and it is a pleasure to be here with all of you and with our co-judges on this pitch competition. I am the co-founder of a fund that we started very specifically to leverage philanthropic resources to support our Latino entrepreneurs. So I'm super excited to see more and more of these pitch competitions happen. I think one of the things that we all know is that the access to capital continues to be a barrier for entry for a lot of our Latino entrepreneurs. And even if it's not a barrier to entry, it becomes a barrier to growth and getting to scale. All things that are incredibly important when you're an entrepreneur. So I'm super proud of all of you for entering the competition and for making it this far through. I'm very excited about the opportunity to kind of hear your pitches and to understand where it is that you plan on having impact in the long term. So good luck to you. Thank you for participating, and let this be practice for your next pitch competition. Never get too bored of doing these. You never know where your next big break is coming from.
Hi, everybody. This is Marcos Gonzalez. I'm the founder and managing partner of Vamos Ventures. We're a $50 million venture capital fund dedicated to investing in the best and brightest Latino and Latina founders in the country. Our goal is to generate investment returns. But on top of that, we're doing this because we believe we can deliver real impact. And the impact that we're talking about is wealth creation, social mobility, and unique solutions that our community needs. We don't think it's just a great investment opportunity, but we think it's imperative for the country to invest in this community. And the best way to move forward, or at least one of the key ways to move forward for our community, is through innovation and entrepreneurship. So I'm really excited to see everybody today. I'm happy to be here with my fellow judges. I thank CHCI for inviting, and I'm really excited to hear what's coming up.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Leonis Diaz, and I am the founder of Major, which is an online one-stop shop for minority-owned businesses. And I am on a mission to create more role models in minority communities. I started Major because as Cuban immigrants, my parents worked a lot when I was little. And so I spent a lot of time across the street with one of my first role models, Beatrice, the candy lady of our neighborhood. For those of you that don't know what a candy lady is, Beatrice was in charge of selling cookies, candy, and more to the kids in my neighborhood. But to me, she wasn't just selling candy and junk food. She was bringing us together, reinvesting in the community, and creating jobs all from her living room. And Beatrice, like all of us, had bigger dreams. She dreamed of opening up her own candy store in the neighborhood, but she went out of business before she could do that because she couldn't get the support that she needed. And so after growing up in some of Miami's roughest neighborhoods and watching my favorite minority-owned businesses go out of business, like Beatrice, I started Major in 2017 to keep minority-owned businesses from closing their doors. Because while minority-owned businesses make immense contributions to the U.S. economy, like Beatrice, many like Beatrice do not reach their full potential because of a lack of access to coaching, connections, curriculum, and capital. And that's where we come in. Part online incubator and development center. Today, Major, formerly known as Major Marketplace, is a social enterprise and a one-stop shop for minority-owned businesses, providing underrepresented founders with access to advice, training, opportunities, and resources that they may not otherwise have access to so that they can start, grow, and be major. We advocate for, conduct research, and collect data on, offer educational programs and technical assistance to, and develop technology for minority business owners, but we specialize in minority business development and technical assistance, promoting the growth and building the capacity and capabilities of minority-owned businesses. As you can see, we serve a pretty diverse group of business owners and founders. 100% of them are people of color, 70% of them are women, 66% of our clients are economically disadvantaged, and 40% of them are a part of the LGBTQ+ community. As of 2020, we have supported over 1,000 businesses. We have a presence in all 50 states thanks to our partners. We have provided over 2,000 hours of consulting, delivered over 20 educational workshops, and created and impacted over 100 jobs. And the numbers are growing. Ramona here is the owner and head baker of Aunt Verlie's Pound Cake Experience and is one of our happy customers. Over the 8 months that we worked with her, we developed her website and online store. We helped create and optimize her social media and online presence. And as a result, helped her increase her sales by 400%, helped her access $10,000 in capital, and assisted her in hiring 4 employees. Today, we are asking for a $5,000 grant to invest in our marketing and branding, operations, technology and equipment, and expansion of our team. Minority-owned businesses are the heart and soul of communities like mine. Help me restore and empower these communities. Help me keep more minority-owned businesses in business like Beatrice, and help me create more role models for the next generation. Thank you again for the opportunity. I'd be more than happy to answer your questions now. Thank you.
Great presentation. Thank you very much. This is Marcos Gonzalez. I have a quick question. What you're doing is really amazing and needed, clearly. There are other people out there. I'd like to understand the differences between the services you provide and other organizations like yours provide in the marketplace.
Yeah, great question. And, this is a question that I've gotten quite a bit. So I have a slide for this. So, some of the key differentiators: one, we are an online one-stop resource. We provide help for every minority entrepreneur and support for any stage and any budget. And also we're invested with more than 70% of our team being a part of the same communities that we're looking to support. So, I mean, I think that one of the key differentiators is the fact that we are primarily remote. And I have about 10 years experience as a consultant. I've worked with America's Small Business Development Centers, and they tend to have an 80-20 rule, which means that, the client, the client does 80% of the work, the consultants do 20% of the work. We don't have an 80-20 rule. So we can do the consulting and then also be hired for the project as well.
I don't have a question, more of a comment, but I just want to say great presentation to echo what Marco stated, and just love the way you presented everything. I love the diversity too, not only reaching the Latinx, but pretty much the whole diverse portfolio. So great job.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
And thank you, because I'm rushing because I want to get my question in for you. Talk to me about your matching process. How do you get your coaches matched to the right entrepreneurs, and what's a service? And I say this with a frame of I help build a tech platform like this. So I'm curious how you do it. That's the hardest part of the work. Talk to me a little bit about it.
Yeah, so I will be honest and say that, a lot of the grant is going to be going towards building the technical platform. A lot of what we're doing right now is very manual in nature. It starts off with them going to our website, filling out an application for services, then they book a discovery call. And so for each one of these sort of steps, there's like a different technology in place. And so our goal is really automating a lot of those processes, and just integrating everything a lot better together so that we don't have any hiccups moving forward. So yeah, after they book that discovery call, we sign a service agreement. They're assigned to an expert. Again, that's very manual. And so we look through our database, see what expert would make the most sense. I still do a lot of the consulting myself as well. So depending on whether or not it's within my wheelhouse, they might just get assigned to me. They go ahead and pay either a deposit, a project fee, or a monthly retainer, and then we just get to work.
Hello, my name is Nancy Santiago. I am here representing, at this moment, the Power Up Fund. Very excited to be here. It's a pleasure for me to welcome you and to hear the pitches that we're about to hear. I'm thrilled to be with these amazing panel of judges. And I'm super excited that our community is taking the time and paying attention to the importance of things like startup capital for our innovators and our entrepreneurs. One of the things that we've lacked for many, many years is access to the type of capital that is needed to allow us to launch our businesses in a successful way. Part of the struggle is always around capital, and it will always be, but it's even harder for communities of color. So I think it's incredibly important for us to be paying attention to not just the entrepreneurs that are here, but those that are still to come. It's our job as those of us that are our investors, philanthropists, or others that support the work of our entrepreneurs to come together often to do these types of events well, and to take the time to continue to mentor the next generation of entrepreneurs. I'm truly hoping that today's opportunity gives the entrepreneurs that are competing today not just a chance to get to know one another and a chance to get to know the judges, but real opportunities to practice, because hopefully this will be the first of many, many pitch competitions. As you grow and scale your businesses, you'll need to raise more funds. And each time you do this, you get a little better at it. So good luck to you all, and thanks for including me, CHCI.
Hi everyone, Soraima Diaz-Pineda. I'm with CDCB, Come Dream, Come Build. We are a nonprofit community-based organization and community development financial institution based out of Brownsville, Texas. For those of you who are not familiar with the Valley, we represent the 4 southernmost counties along the Texas-Mexico border. I specifically oversee all of our policy work, impact work, and innovation work around financial services and bringing low to moderate income households of color into the financial mainstream. I'm extremely excited to be here today. I'm grateful to CHCI for including me in this pitch competition. I echo Nancy's comments. I hope that this is one of many pitches that you will make in your journey as an entrepreneur. And I'm excited to learn about the specifics of your ideas, your proposals, and to see how we can assist you to leverage existing funding opportunities in order to take your ideas to scale. So thank you again for having me today.
Hello, everyone. My name is Lexi Torrero. I am the managing partner of the Flow Lab. It's a entertainment marketing agency. I work with a lot of celebrities and influencers in connecting them with brands to be able to make connections with Latinx audiences. Very happy to be here. I've had my share of being just like you, out there coming up with a pitch, an idea, raising money, trying to understand the financials, and how to make an idea an actual business. These type of initiatives are incredibly important. I give you all so much respect to coming out of your comfort zone and really challenging yourself. And the more and more you do these type of programs, the better you get and the closer you will be to succeed. Very happy to be here with our co-judges and with CHCI. The best of luck to all of you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Omar Ocasio. I am the founder and CEO of Remora, an organization currently providing clean and potable water to 500 individuals in Puerto Rico through long-term innovative water filtration devices. Remora is a lightweight device powered by solar energy that filters small debris, microplastics, chemicals, and other biohazards directly from waterways, all at once, merging carbon-activated technology, deionization, and reverse osmosis altogether. Each device is capable of filtering 1 million gallons monthly and provide water to 100 individuals per community monthly. Each device can also work up to 16 hours daily, powered by solar energy. When compared to our competition, we combine 3 proven filtration methods together, use solar power for our operations, and filter water directly from waterways to provide clean water to rural communities. Our main funding sources are companies, local governments, and other nonprofit organizations that want to help their surrounding communities by providing them a source of clean water. Our revenue streams are technology sales, installation and maintenance, and the selling of replacement parts. Up to this date, we have generated $80,000 in non-dilutive funding, and for 2021, we're focused on improving our device into a cost-effective and user-friendly with a budget of $70,000. We have also partnered with the Ford Foundation, T-Mobile Foundation, and 2 local organizations, Live Bana and Love in Motion, to continue providing clean water to rural communities. Our current work is focused in Puerto Rico and the Caribbean, where there are over 1,500 communities without access to clean water. Our milestones to date are 6 million gallons of water filtered, 500 individuals directly impacted, 5 installed devices in Puerto Rico, a patent pending status, and have participated in 2 acceleration programs. We have been recognized by multiple organizations in the national and international level, including an episode in the Nat Geo's documentary Impact by Gal Gadot. Our team is comprised by Joshua, Ariana, and me with combined experiences in accounting, finance, sales, natural science, and marketing. We are looking for partners. If you need an efficient water filtration system to increase the reach of the environmental program in your company or organization, or you just want to help our community, please contact us. Follow us at Remora WaterTech, and remember that clean water means a better life.
That was a great presentation. Thank you so much for that. Obviously, with everything that's happening with global warming, we need to, power up our solutions. Have you thought about production, distribution, for these water filter devices at all?
Yes, we are currently finishing a partnership with a local manufacturing company in the southeast part of Puerto Rico. They will be in charge of doing the enclosure of the devices, and we will do the assembly. We have a location in Corozal, Puerto Rico, which is the first community we impacted, and we have employed 3 individuals there to work in the assembly of the machines.
It's fantastic. Nancy, you have to ask a question. This is your domain. You're on mute. You're on mute.
This is a fantastic presentation. I'm dying to ask a question. So for me, on many levels, this matters, right? Because I was there post Maria and I was watching the difficulty we had. So I know that there are quite a few units like this, like reverse osmosis units that was created by Dean Cain, the guy who's, does all the stuff for Coca-Cola and all that stuff. So tell me,
Yes.
in terms of the cost, what is the cost to create one of these filtration systems yourselves? And then what's the retail cost for this?
The cost of doing one of these devices for us is $800. That includes all the parts of the machine. We sell the device by $2,000 because when we partner with the organization that wants to help the community, we do not only sell the device itself. We also sell them an educational program and training for these communities to be able to use this device in the long term. So that selling price includes both the device and the educational and training program.
Excellent. Thank you. And sorry, in terms of selling this retail, are you only going to sell it to nonprofits, or are you planning on going to the market with this?
We are planning on going to the market with this, but we first started as a community-focused organization, and that's what we're doing right now. Because of this work we're doing in the communities, we have learned there are some areas of opportunities that we want to tackle this year with the budget we're looking for. And once we do that and redesign the device for a more cost-effective and also user-friendly way, we plan to launch to the market next year, if possible.
Hello, this is Arnoldo Alvarado here with the Avalos Foundation and Avalos Venture Company. I am a CHCI alumni. I was participating in a high school program back in 1989. I went to Berkeley undergrad and did a master's in public policy at Harvard. I spent most of my career in technology. I worked in the human resources area, but worked for companies like Cisco, Google, Facebook. I retired 7 years ago to start my own family foundation. And we support students, high-achieving, low-income kids from the upper Sacramento Valley of California, go to Ivy Leagues and UC system schools. And now I spend most of my time investing in companies and startups and venture. I'm part of a group called Leap Partners, where we focus on Latino-led startups and Latino-led founders. So I look forward to participating in this process and selecting the best team. Good luck.
Hey everyone, I'm Stephanie Opari, they, them pronouns. I was a 2019 graduate fellow and currently a partnerships director with World Voices Media and the founder of Plantita Power. In Plantita Power, we're a national movement to find different resources in food, education, and making sure that specifically the BIPOC community learns how to grow their own food and has access to it. Access for us has multiple views, specifically in terms of housing, looking at employment, looking at all these facets and all these barriers that typically we experience. So I'm really looking forward to the pitches and the solutions that they're going to be bringing.
Great, thanks, Steph. Hey everyone, my name is Edgar Avalos. I am a 2011 Congressional Fellow. I'm currently a manager at Starbucks, where I work on the Global Social Impact team supporting the Starbucks Foundation, specifically around 3 key portfolios, which is our youth equity work, which focuses on BIPOC youth, our WASH portfolio, which is our water, sanitation, and hygiene portfolio focused on unhoused individuals, and then lastly, our community investments. Prior to this, I was at the JP Morgan Chase Foundation doing similar work around DEI initiatives, around workforce development, and then also around a program called the Fellowship Initiative, which focuses on young men of color to go into college achievement programs and as well as the workforce. I'm originally from California. I've been living in New York City for about 10 years, and I got my undergrad degree at UC Davis and my master's degree at Columbia University. Super excited to hear the pitches. Obviously, my work is really into what's going to be talked about today. So I'm excited to hear, especially around BIPOC communities and especially around the Latinx community. Thank you.
DACA, Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals, finally gave a group of undocumented immigrants the opportunity to obtain a legal work authorization and social security number. The day our DACA application was approved, we felt a sense of relief. But what now? There's no guidebook explaining how we can use our status. We had to create our own, with limited resources and a sense of fear still lingering. Each one of us began writing our own guidebook and unintentionally brought 6 strangers together. We decided to weave our guidebooks together and turn it into a mentorship program known as Academy. Our guidebook identifies 3 challenges faced by many DACA recipients. First, there are limited DACA exclusive resources when navigating new spaces. Second, we have limited means of building a safe and inclusive DACA community. And third, we have limited outlets to express our emotional grievances related to DACA.
To tackle these challenges, we will pair 10 DACA mentors with 10 DACA mentees based on similar interests. The Academy will utilize one-on-one sessions, 2-hour workshops, and checkpoint assignments to provide relationship building opportunities and enhance the participants' professional and personal growth. We are running a live survey to refine our curriculum by pinpointing the mentees' needs. For example, we develop a financial literacy workshop to teach mentees how to use investment tools.
In our first year, our goal is to raise $15,000. We will allocate the first $5,000 to cover collaboration platform and operational costs, thereby enabling our organization to make an immediate impact. Afterwards, we will seek grant and fundraising opportunities to fund our mentee initiatives and also build enhancements into the program.
At the conclusion of our first year, the Academy will have welcomed 10 mentees, including both college and non-college mentees, which sets us apart from other programs exclusive to college undergrads. Our program will leverage mentors and guest speakers to strengthen mentees' social capital, self-confidence, advocacy, and entrepreneurial spirit. Over the next 2 years, we plan to double every cohort size while keeping operating costs lean.
In order to grow sustainably, we will partner with nonprofit and corporate organizations in our network and leverage their resources to expand our talent pipelines, raise funds, and increase our outreach. All of us here strive to empower and inspire our DACA community. Congressional Hispanic Caucus Institute, we hope that we can formulate a partnership with you to create a better tomorrow together. Thank you. We will now be answering any questions.
Thank you so much for your pitch. For my question, I'm really looking at this in terms of partnerships. How are you going to begin building those partnerships out with the organizations you proposed?
That is a great question. Thank you, Steph. So first off, I think our priority is talent pipelines. Some of us are, for example, looking to partner with the Dream.us, which is a scholarship that's exclusive to DACA recipients and other undocumented students. We think that by partnering with an organization like Dream.us, we can distribute our application to get more applicants for our program, and additionally, tap into their network and their resources to see how else we can fundraise for our program.
This is Arnoldo. How we select your mentees?
Thank you, Arnoldo. That's a great question. We have an application that we will send out in November. This application will have different questions regarding the mentees. The main thing that we're looking here is coachability and their eagerness to learn. Are they going to be committed to all of our live workshops? Are they going to be committed to do every assignment? We just want them to be present, but we will have a application sent out in November that will have different questions to evaluate whether that mentee will be a good addition to our program.
Thank you. And I think mentorship is so important. When I think about mentorship, these relationships could either last 2 months, 2 years. What is the kind of framework around the mentorship relationship? So like understanding, will this be 2 months, 3 months ongoing? And how do you keep that momentum going? And I know you only have 15 seconds. I'm sorry for that.
Thank you, Edgar. The goal here is to keep the momentum in the spring. Be really active for those 3 months. So starting in January to April, give them some time to focus on finals, and then stay in touch with them after that. Most of our participants will have summer internships, and so we still want to have a monthly or bi-monthly meetings so that we can tap into them, provide our resources, provide guidance so that they can have a successful internship and that they can have a successful incoming fall semester if they have a fall semester for the following year.
We have 2 more activity-filled days ahead of us, starting once again at 11 a.m. Eastern tomorrow with a great slate of sessions, including plenaries named Equitable Economic Recovery in a Post-Pandemic Future and Immigrants Get the Job Done, Latino Immigrants in the American Workforce, just to name a few. And of course, don't miss our 44th Annual Awards Gala on Thursday night at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. We hope you've enjoyed this program. Please don't forget to show support for all the contestants on Twitter using the hashtag CHCIHHM21. Congratulations to the winners, and thank you to all those who applied. And finally, thank you for joining us. I hope you all have a wonderful night.